Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network. We are both live here on TikTok and over on YouTube, and both replays will be put over here onto YouTube. So Mac's going to be driving us or joining us in a second, and we have some things we want to talk about, some things we want to do. We're going to talk about Dee Dee's Law. We're going to talk about our book. We're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff. So please start tapping and sharing. Hey, Alicia. Start tapping and sharing, tapping and sharing. Let's share this out to everybody. I'm going to share it out to every single person I found. So there it goes. Guys, tap and share, tap and share, tap and share. Hello, YouTube, if you're just joining us today. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, thank you. That one was cute. That's like a little cocktail. It's very adorable. All right, guys, tapping and sharing really helps us keep the live protected. They have been on a rampage lately to try and shut down anybody who is spreading truth even more than they have in the past. I think they're getting very nervous about the things that are coming out. And so I wish I had a cocktail. I don't have a cocktail, but I wish I did. Hi, Loli. And guys, just joining in, please tapping and share, tapping and sharing. I know it's the middle of the day, so we may not get as many people as we normally do, but I'm hoping that it will be an interesting live and you guys will enjoy it. So we've got a lot to talk about and certain things. Thank you guys for the heart me's. They do really help. Come on, guys, let's make sure that you are tapping, 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 tapping. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Petra. So just tap, 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 guys. Let's get this number up. Make sure we get to 10,000 taps as fast as possible. Make sure you're dropping an FYP. Gypsy Rose lied about it all. Gypsy Rise lied about the whole thing. So share it out, share it out, share it out. Welcome, welcome, welcome in on YouTube. So, hey, James. Mac should be here any minute. So. And you gotta thank Mac because she put together a really amazing presentation today. I'm really proud of the work that we've been doing, and she has been more than helpful. I just cannot. I'm so lucky to have found someone like Mac. I thought I got lucky once in my lifetime with Colleen and Christina. Yeah, those are cute. Oh my god, I love it. I love that they go up on the top of my head. That's so cute. There's Mac. Mackie, Mac, don't talk back. Put yourself in there.
Us here.
We can see you.
Us here. Us here.
We never get to see you.
Sorry, I'm going to pull my hair up.
All right, guys, keep tapping and sharing. We're at to 1.5 thousand, so let's keep going. We've got 40 people over here on YouTube. Like I said, this is our daytime one. Oh, no, she already turned off her camera. I'm sorry, Auntie.
Oops.
She tricked everybody. You got a quick little get. You can watch it on the replay. You can watch it on the replay.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've just got so much going on all the time in the background. Yeah.
You mean like me?
Yeah. For real.
Where 90,000 people just traipse through my workspace all day long.
They just, yeah.
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 Anyway.
I know.
All right, you guys. So tap it and share and tapping and sharing, tapping and sharing. Oh, I like the bear hat. That is cute.
Can you hear me on TikTok? Can they hear me?
Can you guys hear her okay on TikTok, or can you not hear her?
Hello, TikTok. Hello.
Hello, she says. You can hear her? Okay, good. Okay.
All right, cool.
I try to make it so you guys can hear.
Because sometimes I'm not speaking loud enough or my microphone's jacked or whatever.
Yeah, it is a little low, Peggy Sue. But that's just the nature of the beast when we have both platforms running.
I can jump over there, at any time. I'll make sure that I go over on TikTok too.
If you want to come, if you want to come to TikTok, we'll probably stay on YouTube afterwards. So if you want to come to TikTok first, maybe
that's fine. I just want them to be able to hear us, so that I can do that too. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Let's do that, and then we can always put
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you later, Gator.
See you later, Gator. See you over here.
Okay.
Let's see if it works out that way. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear her. If not, like I said, it'll be in a replay for you. Let me see. Hello, Proud Warrior 1. Hi, honey. How you doing? Did you find a dress? Tell me you found a dress. I want to know that you found a dress. Come on, guys. Keep tap, 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 tapping. We need everybody double tapping as fast as they can. All right, Max coming over here. How is everybody here on the YouTube world? How is everybody over here in TikTok world? Hi, Pugmania. Hey, Stephanie. Louisa. There's Mac Attack. She changed her name. That was weird. You showed up under like a different Amy Attack name or something or other. It was weird.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I was like, that's her, but
Weird.
yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, okay, so we can't go today. Oh no. Oh gee. Well, let us know when you find one because we all are waiting to see it. Very excited about it.
Hey, Alicia. Hey, Sparky.
Hello, 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 hello. You're planning on next Tuesday? Okay. Well, you better let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, guys. So we have a short little thing for you today talking about our book, Dee Dee's Law. And so we're just going to...
A special little thing just for you all. Hey, Krista.
Just for you all.
Everybody gets a special little treat at the end. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, hey, Miss Rose, I think it's really funny that you and your buddies made fun of me saying that you have that, whatever, the that thing where you pull your hair out. Because again, what have you done? You've messed with your hair again, and you've talked about how it was something you did whenever you were stressed out. You even plucked out your own eyebrows, honey. So if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, hey, baby, it's probably a duck.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. So I just want to make sure that everybody saw that today because that was really interesting to me. I mean, she was literally up on a panel just days ago talking about how it's crazy that I said that about her. And now here we are again.
Your opinion means so freaking much to them, man. Really, really does, right?
We're not taking anybody in the box right now, guys, okay? Yep,
No.
Fingernail Clipper Salon. That's definitely what she should name her salon if she opens one ever. Oh my God. Also, did you guys get the pleasure of seeing the art that someone received from her?
No.
Oh, wait. Let me put it up real quick.
Please. No, I have not.
Let me see if I got it. I think I took a picture of it. Let me see. Effects. Do that. Did I really not take a picture? Oh my God, I did not take a picture.
No way.
I didn't take a picture. It's on here. It's on TikTok. It was on here today. I don't know why I didn't take a picture of it. Yeah, I certainly did not take a picture of it. That is so weird because normally I do. Okay, but everyone should go check it out.
It is Truth Teller. Truth Teller posted it.
It looks like poop on smeared on an art project.
Oh my God.
Totally. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Truth Teller, you said on TikTok. Let me look over here. I'm telling you.
I can't right now.
I'm telling you, I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's worse. It's worse than we thought. It's worse than we thought. Truth Teller.
This girl, man, I would say I want a refund.
Oh, wait till you see it. It's worse than a refund. It's like I would sue for psychological damages at this point. Okay, here we go. I've got it. Let me put this up here. Hold on. Let me get it up over here so they can see it too. Because let me tell you.
It would be acceptable. I believe that.
All right, so here you guys go. Let me get it so that you guys can see it up here nice and big. All right, here we go, guys. Let me flip my camera so you guys can see.
Shitsy Rose. Good one, Crystal.
Shitsy Rose. I'm telling you. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to push play. Here you guys.
Gypsy Rose, and we're going to open it.
I have. No, she looks like a Karen.
That's actually not bad.
She's being nice. We're going to hang it up in the living
Yeah,
room.
show it to them.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Where are we going to hang it?
I don't know. Next to Mr. Bean.
Next to Mr. Beans. Well, there you have it. We now have artwork from Gypsy Rose here. And have the day you deserve.
Have the day you deserve.
Lord, with a little bit of sunshine on top of the poo. What is it? It's like sunshine coming out of the diarrhea.
Yes, it says it looked like what she wiped her arm with after that blowout. Okay, you want me to replay it one more time? All right, one more time. One more time, then we have to get serious because we have some serious things to talk about. But let me play it one more time for you.
People in here, so anyway.
That's fine. Start tapping and like it. We got up to 5,000. Let's get to 10,000. All right, here we
Talking,
go. One more
talking
time.
about, I bought a painting from Gypsy Rose, and we're going to open it.
That's actually not bad.
This face is priceless.
She's being nice. We're going to hang it up in the living
Yeah,
room.
show it to them.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Where are we going to hang it?
I don't know. Next to Mr. Bean.
Next to Mr. Beans. Well, there you have it. We now have artwork from Gypsy Rose here. And have the day you deserve.
Have the day you deserve. I just fucking love it. I wouldn't just want a refund, dude. I would want, like, I'm telling you, pain and suffering charges for having to look at it. Like, I'm not kidding you.
And now you've made me also question my wife's sanity, so I need even more retribution, please. Oh, yeah, I wonder how much you did pay for it.
Supposedly they're like the little ones are $60. I mean, she don't even sign them.
Mm-mm.
That's the funniest thing. She doesn't even sign them.
No.
No, she's got 3 different prices. She's got like a $60 price, a $100 price, and a $120 price or $160 price. I don't fucking know. She's freaking lunatic for trying to sell any of that shit. I think it was signed. I didn't see it signed. I don't know. I didn't see the signature. Like, nope, doesn't look signed to me. Hold on, let me look at it.
Talking about, I bought
Okay.
hang it.
Nope.
Well, there you have it.
No signature unless
You
you
don't-
signed it fully on the
talking
back.
about, I bought-
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. But
All the sunshine above all the poo.
dude, the flakes kill me, okay? The little gold flakes, like, they literally kill me because it doesn't look like she's placing them. Nothing. She just it looks like she just picks up a handful of them and just right on there. Just there it is. There's some gold flakes for you. Fantastic. Let's go. Oh, he shows the signature at the end of the video. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so she does sign it. No, there is no reason for her to be charging that outrageous amount of money. That was corn. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, corn in the poo. Like, I mean, it would be a full scene. It'd be a full scene then.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Hey, Eddie's Corner from England. Someone's, I can't believe he actually spent currency on that. Poor Mr. Bean never hurt anyone. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh, hey, Jackson's mom.
Some gold flakes on my poo, and then I put sunrise right above it to make it all nice and pretty poo. What is she thinking?
I don't know.
You're trying to make a pretty poo picture.
Girl. All right, guys, thank you. We've gotten to 10,000. I appreciate it. Keep on tapping and sharing. All right, so let's dive in here because what we really came here today is to talk about something for us that's very important. And for you, that's very important. Christy was better art. Yes, Christy was much better at the blow J art. Yes.
Well, I've always heard that about her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've always heard that she was better at BJing.
I wasn't sure.
You know, it might be all that time that she spent on her knees.
Not sure. Not sure. I think she was getting Dee Dee confused with herself.
Self.
Anyway.
Because you had no reason to say any of that, Christy. Again, let me just reiterate. No reason.
She's not great at it because why is Rod skirting around? Just saying.
Right? I can hear her using her Bob Ross voice while she makes. Let's paint some pretty little poo right here. We'll spray it out and it'll look like a real blowout on a diaper. Look at it. Such pretty poo. It's happy poo. It's happy poo.
On a blowout of a diaper.
It literally looks like she took the diaper blowout and just stuck it on there. Like, ugh.
That's so what it looks like. I just cannot. Oh my freaking God. It's such an insult. She just keeps insulting different groups of people.
She is an insult to everything. Everything. There we go. Okay. All right, guys, but use that artwork for toilet paper commercials. My grandson's art is way more advanced than her. Hey, honey. All right, guys, but let's get serious for a minute here, okay? So, I love that one.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Lola just took off. Hold on.
All right. Smeared poop. What is her obsession with poop? I don't know. I don't know what her obsession with poop and bathrooms is. She's got a very, 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 very big obsession with being in bathrooms. Events happen in bathrooms for her. I don't know. I've never seen somebody so obsessed with a fucking bathroom. Like, I don't get it. Everything happens in her bathroom. Everything. But yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, you're back now? Alrighty, guys.
One dog opens my door, the other one runs out.
Nice.
Yeah. And you know Lola, she's the
Arugula's. Brittany says she smeared arugula's poo on herself and recorded it too. I think she meant Aurora, but arugula is much better. I like that. Arugula.
I cannot.
Arugula. Oh my God. Okay.
I have not seen that yet.
God.
And I've not seen the haircut yet.
No, the haircut looks like she did her typical Karen haircut. You know, that little freaking angled bob thingy that she does. And I wonder, did she do it with her nail clippers again? I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have one?
I mean, you know, but you don't have that Trillic, whatever fucking thing it is. You don't have that. No, you don't have that.
A picture of it? I can look it up.
With a what?
A picture of her hair?
No, I didn't grab that one either.
Okay.
No, I didn't see a good one of it. I just saw a picture of it. I knew what it was. So she's spiraling out of control. She's in her bald era. Oh my God. I know.
Therapy.
Go see a therapist. Her and the Catch Me Outside girl need to hook up.
Dude.
Oh my God. That'd be a new comedy show. Catch Me Outside and Gypsy Rose. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm glad you all enjoyed the laugh. Let's do a.
I just laughed too. I really did.
I did too. Let's get into it though. So today is a big day for us. Oh, by the way, real quick, for those of you watching on YouTube, did you know that today is our 6th birthday on YouTube?
Awesome.
6 years on YouTube. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, dear to GWN. Happy birthday to us. Yay! More. All right, guys. But that's not all we're here for today. We are here not just to announce that our book is out and available all over the place now. It's working on it. It went live on Amazon yesterday, and we do want to talk about it a little bit. Before we get into this, let's talk about the book for just a minute. So originally we were writing a rather large book. We finished that rather large book, and it ended up to be over, 700 pages, I think, Mac, by the time we got done with it. So what we decided was that was just going to be way too much for anybody to even pick up or handle. So what we did is we ended up breaking it down into a smaller version for you guys. So it kept cost down on the actual book itself. So it's selling for $20 on our website. And if you want both signatures, it's $30. You can also get it on Amazon for $28. And it will be available to go to your libraries and things soon. So I'm hoping sometime this week we'll get the thing back from. Thanks, honey. Hold my foot, Joe. Thanks. You can come back and watch. Oh, hey guys, here's another one. Another freaking silence call from 985.
Right now?
Every single time I've gone live in the last week and a half, I get a call from that area code every fucking time. Sometimes it's Christy and sometimes it's not. Yeah. So I just keep taking the pictures of it. You all just keep calling. Keep on. You can sit here and tell me my call log's fake and all that you want, but it happens every fucking time I'm on live. Thankfully, it didn't bother me today because my service got it. Put your phone on do not disturb. I didn't. If you've already ordered Rebecca, I'm going to message you and let you know we're doing something special for those of you that had already purchased, so that you get both of our first 2 books together, because there is a second book that is coming out and you are going to get that one included with your price that you paid. And I guarantee you're going to love that. You're going to really love that. And then we're going to send some extra little bonus goodies. Okay. So you're getting taken care of. I promise y'all, everybody's getting taken care of. Oh, and if you order it on the website, our Books by website that I'm going to be putting up on our website and everything, you get a $5 worldwide shipping. So Janelle, if you're wanting that instead of a signed one, we can always do that. And we can always sign them for you guys for free when we come out on tour if you're where you are. Yep. I know exactly who it is, Brittany. I know exactly what the 985 area code includes. Yep, you're right. Yep. So it's Janelle. It's worldwide. You guys can go order it on the website right now at thegoodwivesnetwork.com. You're also going to be able to see a new section that we've put up, and that's what we're going to talk about here about Dee Dee's Law. So I'm really excited about this. Mac is really excited about this. So yes, our book is out. Get it. You're going to want it. It breaks down all the lies in her first chapter of her book. And we will be doing one per chapter, I think, a book per chapter, because it takes us about 200 to 300 pages for one chapter of her book to highlight all the lies and put in the resources and the sources and case law studies and all of that stuff that we include in there. So this is nothing like our first 3 books. I promise you, nothing like those. But we're here for something bigger, and that's Dee Dee's Law. This law matters because it protects victims, it protects families, and it closes the loopholes that lets convicted criminals profit off their crimes while dragging their victims' names through the mud.
Right. Are you waiting on me?
Yeah, you've got the next line, dude. Dude, you wrote it.
I don't think you're on the right one. Where you at?
Live launch, book live update. This is the last one you sent me.
Okay. You just read Dee Dee's Law is about closing the loopholes. You just read that?
It closes the loopholes that lets convicted
Yes,
criminals
okay.
profit off their crimes.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where you were, right?
While dragging their names through the mud. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, I didn't see that part. But anyway, and the law is also named after Claudinia Dee Dee Blanchard, who was brutally murdered by her daughter, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Schmurdered, sorry. And today she still profits from that Elaine Kay through media deals, books, shows, and on all her media and all her social media platforms, all while Dee Dee's memory is constantly attacked. Dee Dee's Law is about making sure that cycle ends and victims are not erased, and murder does not become a business model.
Okay, I'm confused because you're reading something completely different than I have. So we have this book drop live, right? That's what we're reading from.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Explaining Dee Dee's Law.
No, you're up the very first part when that doesn't say what you said. Okay, I don't know. Dee Dee's Law is about closing the loopholes that let convicted criminals and the people. Hold on. Let me get back over where I was trying to be. Damn it. Dagnammit. Dee Dee's Law is about closing the loopholes that let convicted criminals and the people who help them profit off their crimes. Current Son of Sam laws don't go far enough. They mostly deal with book or movie profits, and they often get struck down in court, and several of the states have actually outlawed it altogether. Dee Dee's Law goes further. It stops killers from turning their crime into a paycheck, and it protects the names and legacies of victims so they cannot be defamed by the people who harmed them.
Right. And then
this is where it says this law is named after Claudinia.
Right, I already said that part. So
okay.
Go into how we came up with Dee Dee's Law.
Okay, so the way we came up with Dee Dee's Law is when we first started writing this book, I really thought our job was going to be simple in the fact that we will be lining up the facts, the timeline, and the records, and we'd be able to put the evidence in order so people could finally see the truth about Dee Dee.
Exactly. We thought we were just writing the truth, but the deeper we went, the more we realized that it wasn't just about telling the truth. It was about what was missing to protect people like Dee Dee.
And as I went through Gypsy's statements, I saw how often her story has shifted. I've been on this case for 8.5 years, and over those 8.5 years, I've never heard a single story told the same way twice. Once she can play with Barbies, she says she had never had Barbies. And then later she tries to cover it up and say, well, I meant I couldn't have Barbies at 5 and 6, but I was allowed to have them at 12 and 14. Well, that's a really weird age to be able to start getting to play with Barbies. Because I don't know about you, Mac, but by the time I was 13, I was done with Barbies.
I'm pretty much done with Barbies at 14, yes.
Yeah. I was on to boys at that point.
I was babysitting and playing to get them babysitting or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And she says that, she believed in Santa until she was 23 years old in jail, except for she also said that there were no traditions in there. Her mother and her didn't celebrate holidays like that, except there's photo evidence that you did. And now you told Ken about some, annual thing that you had about making the little, Hershey Kiss rats. Like, I mean, which one is it, Gyps? Which one is it? She even claimed she never stopped using a baby bottle because her mother never weaned her. I'm sorry, at 23 years old, I'm pretty damn sure as an adult, you knew that drinking out of a baby bottle was not normal.
Drinking, believing in Santa, 24-year-old.
Yep. And the contradictions just keep on piling up.
And you're not in therapy. Okay.
Right?
So, yeah. And every time she changed her story, instead of people questioning it, she got rewarded with interviews and documentaries and money and attention. And meanwhile, Dee Dee's name just keeps getting dragged further and further and further through the mud. And that's when it hit me, the fact that Dee Dee is still being victimized after her death. And it wasn't just a narrative problem, it was a legal problem. There's nothing stopping the person who did this to her from profiting off of it.
Right. And so we started looking at the Son of Sam laws, but I quickly realized that those do not go far enough. They dealt with the prophet, sure, but they did not stop. No, I don't care if her sisters are on board with Dee Dee's law. They've done absolutely nothing to protect their sister's name, legacy, any of it. I don't even have a thought in my head for the Petrie family because they have not had a thought in their head for their sister.
And just listen to what we're saying. You won't even have to ask that question.
Right. Hey, Naomi. So, defamation. They did not protect the dignity or the legacy of the victim. And that is when the light bulb really went off. For me, this defamation thing was a big deal because I started looking into how could we do something on Dee Dee's behalf? Could we make a stand on Dee Dee's behalf? Could we sue on Dee Dee's behalf to force them to stop dragging her and lying about her and defaming her? And what I found out was shocking. So basically, if you're a dead person in our country, you can say anything anybody wants to say about you, and there's nothing anyone can do. They can call you a 3PDO. They can say whatever they want. If we wanted to sit up here all day long and talk about how the founding fathers were just 3PDOs, we could absolutely do so. You know why? Because they're dead.
There's nothing stopping that.
And there's no law to protect them because in the law's eyes, they have nothing to protect because they're dead. And I'm sorry, I just don't feel that that's the truth. No. Because it is detrimental to Dee Dee. It's detrimental to Dee Dee's family. It is detrimental to the story, the narrative, and it's detrimental to the public. So in all of it, I really believed that we needed to do something to go further than what was already in place poorly. So Dee Dee's law was born right there in the process of the writing. It was not something we dreamed up and separate from the work. It came out of the evidence that we were looking at and out of the contradictions, out of the lies that we saw turning into profit while the victim was erased. So the book tells the truth. And Dee Dee's law makes sure it cannot be twisted again. That is how the two connect. They came out of the same fight, and they will stand together.
Exactly. And I just think, as far as taking her dignity like they are, villainizing her like they are, I don't know. As a single mom myself, one of the things that really hit me the hardest through all this is how much many of us can actually relate to Dee Dee. You know what I mean? A lot of us mothers who have had 6 children, or mothers who have sat by hospital beds, or who have fought with doctors, or have worried every single day if they were making the right decisions for their kids. I think a lot of us can understand that struggle. So through this process, I feel like I've gotten to know Dee Dee in a way that a lot of the public hasn't got a chance to. And so, like we've said before, she wasn't perfect. She was not a saint, but none of us as parents are. So she was a mom. She showed up. She cared for Dipsy every single day. She made sacrifices. She carried that weight, and she kept going, even when it was going to be probably easier for her to give up. And that's why it's painful to watch her little demon daughter villainize her over and over. And just to see the world applauding her and rewriting her story, because it isn't just an injustice to Dee Dee. This is an injustice to all of us mothers who have that struggle. It sends a message that a victim can be silenced, that a mother's love can be twisted into something ugly, just so someone else can profit from it. This is why Dee Dee's law matters so much. It's about protecting mothers. It's about protecting victims and making sure that when a life is taken, that person who took that life, they do not get to also take their name. They do not get to also take their story. They do not get to take their dignity.
And I agree. I agree. Bigger houses. You say this will help give Aurora a chance. Hey, Jeannie, for a decent life too, by not allowing her mom to bash her grandma. And I totally agree. I totally agree. She has not thought 1 ounce, not 1 ounce, about what this life will be like for her child. So she wants to sit here and talk about how she's a good mom and she's this and she's taking time for her daughter. Well, I don't know. When I say I'm taking time for my family, I don't go and make 18 videos about content creators that don't matter to me, that don't bother me in any way, right? They don't bother her.
Do
So
as mommy says, not as mommy do.
right. And I just think that I think that this child is just I really feel for Aurora. I do. I feel like she wasn't considered. I feel like she was used as a tool to trap Ken. I think it was used as a tool to she was used as a tool to satisfy a need that her mother has, that it's an obsession caused by her problems. So hey guys, thank you, Murder of Crows, for dropping the change.org down over here. It is in the top link bio of our top link of our bio. So please go and hit it and sign it and leave a comment. We really love the comments. They help. You can even make a video, guys. Okay. And Mac was right in what she said. What has been so hard is seeing this villainization of Dee Dee get repeated, amplified, and even celebrated. So for me, I don't know if you guys know a little bit about my story, but my connection started from a very personal place. I had a very overprotective mom, and she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when she was 13 years old. And my mother basically did live vicariously through me. She was very overprotective. She was abusive, even both physically and mentally. But I'm going to tell you what, to the day that woman died, I loved her and cared for her. And I would have never, ever thought of ever doing to my mother what she was doing. In a moment, was I standing over my mother's bed thinking, what if I just didn't call 911 today? My life would be better. My mom wouldn't get any sicker. Sure. But in that same moment, guess what I was doing? I was dialing 911 because that's the decent thing to do, because I loved my mother. Yes. Was my mom a source of extreme problems for me? Yeah. Did my dad leave me alone with a mother who didn't have it all, here? Yes. Yes. So I resonated with this in a very personal way. I grew up under the shadow of a lot of control and a lot of fear. Every time I sneezed, my mother was running to the doctors, and I'm like, I'm fine. So we went through all of that, and I had to watch my mom go through all kinds of surgeries and procedures and all of that. And then I ended up myself with children that had health problems as well as my own. So I really feel like I have a really good handle on seeing all of this. So, but when I first heard Gypsy's story, I understood why it resonated with people. A survivor, as survivors of child abuse, both Mac and I can see pieces of our own pain reflected in the way her story was told by the media. But I dug deeper. And the truth started to come into focus, and it did not match the narrative at all. The media had built a fairy tale, the daughter escaping her so-called evil mother. That story sold headlines, documentaries, and clicks, but it wasn't real. What it did was erase Dee Dee, the actual victim, while rewarding the one who unalived her. And once I saw the evidence, the records, and all the contradictions in Gypsy's own words, my perspective shifted completely. I no longer related to Gypsy. I related to Dee Dee. I have been close to this case for over 8 years. I know the players, I know the history, and I have seen the same heartbreaking pattern repeat itself. The victim silenced, the criminal rewarded. Every time Dee Dee's unaliver is given a platform, every time those lies are repeated, the world is being taught to believe them. This is why our book, Calling Out the Truth, had to exist. It is not just about Dee Dee's side. It's about putting the evidence back on the record so people can see the truth for themselves. And that's why Dee Dee's Law matters so much, because if we do not change the system, this cycle will never stop. Criminals will keep profiting, victims will keep being smeared, and justice will keep bending to fit a narrative instead of the facts. So after 8 years in this case, I can say without hesitation, Dee Dee deserved better. Every victim deserves better. And Dee Dee's Law is how we finally make sure they get it.
Exactly.
So some key points that we want to talk to you about is in our book we break down how the media quickly turned Gypsy into America's sweetheart murderer, and this is something that you guys can talk about on panels, in podcasts, and everything, because that's exactly what happened. The media got a hold of this within days, not weeks, not months, days. Thank you, hold my foot, Joe. Days of Dee Dee's body being found. They were there on scene. HBO inked a deal before Gypsy ever even got back to Missouri, while Nicholas sat waiting for a public defender. Gypsy was already being represented by her public defender and now turned manager, Mike Stanfield. Aaron Lee Carr and HBO put Gypsy's name on the planet. She put him in every house and all TVs, on your phones, and all of the other content creators and producers have continued to perpetuate the lie of Gypsy Rose somehow being America's sweetheart schmurderer. She's not. She's a cold-blooded schmurderer. She's not sweet. She doesn't represent America, and she shouldn't be glorified in any way, shape, or form.
No, and she doesn't represent any of us who have truly gone through ABUSE.
Right. So
It's a letter.
we, in all of this, we are showing how the outlets package the story as a fairy tale of escape rather than a brutal schmurder of her mother. And we go over this in the book extensively. This ties directly into Dee Dee's Law, because when the media glorifies criminals, it opens the door for them to profit off of that narrative.
Right.
Do you want to take the next little part there, Matt?
There. And so to ensure the
erasure.
But also we speak about the erasure of Dee Dee Blanchard. Our book will highlight how Dee Dee's voice has been erased, how she cannot defend herself, yet she's constantly being vilified by her murderer. We also document contradictions in Gypsy's own words, how her stories shift depending on the platform she's on that day. And it also will. Oh, okay.
I'm just telling him thank you.
And Dee Dee's Law is about fixing that imbalance, protecting victims so that their names are not rewritten by those who, harmed them or erased them or murdered them brutally. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, Dee Dee's entire memory has been erased. When Aurora comes to the internet, when she's older, the only thing she's going to see written about her grandmother is horrible lies by the person who is entrusted with protecting that child and is failing to do anything of the sort.
Right.
And I really do feel bad for the girl. I do. I feel like poor Aurora was brought into this in just the worst way, with no fucking, thought process or anything, and I just think that this is upsetting. So one of the things that we did in our book is we also traced how the profit flows. So from documentaries to memoirs to social media monetization to Mike Stanfield's pocketbook.
Yep.
And Christy Blanchard's new home, renovated home, his scrumptious pocketbook. This is the business model of schmurder. You expose where crime does not end at sentencing, but becomes content. And this is exactly the loophole Dee Dee's Law hopes to close.
Right.
So calling out the truth is not just a true crime book. And it never started out that way. I always knew that our book was going to be vastly different than any other true crime book that's ever been written before. We put in a lot of different things to make sure that the story is told in so many different ways that you can see the absurdity so clearly. But it is an advocacy tool. It blends evidence, court records, and analysis to show where the justice system failed. This book is the evidence. Dee Dee's Law is the solution.
Yes.
So, like I said, Dee Dee's Law is, or Calling Out the Truth, our book really is the evidence. It lays out how the media, money, and manipulation all work together to glorify the criminal while silencing the victim. And Dee Dee's Law is the solution. The book exposes the problem, the law fixes it. That is why the two go hand in hand, truth-telling paired with legal action.
Exactly. And criminals should never profit from pain. And victims deserve to have their name and legacies protected. That is why we wrote Calling Out the Truth, and that is why we're fighting so hard for Dee Dee's Law.
Yeah. So, because the truth is Dee Dee's Law would not have the power it does without the evidence we have uncovered. Our book is the forensic side of this fight. Every contradiction, every timeline, every missing piece that the media never ever wanted you to see.
Right. So for the people who have only watched the documentaries or TV shows, you have been fed a performance. But what our book does is cut through the myths and bring you back to the facts. And once you see the truth for yourself, you will understand exactly why Dee Dee's Law had to be born.
Okay, so now we've got a special something. Here's here's our special something for all of you. So we all know what happened with the billboard situation. The first one went well. It caused an uproar, and a lot of shit happened with the second one. I don't want to talk about that today. It's sadly unfortunate. It's sadly unfortunate. It's devastating that it didn't happen the way it was supposed to, but I honestly believe that it maybe just wasn't. Yes, our books are going to be available this time on Audible. It'll take us a couple of months though, so just be careful. Just be looking for them. That's what I meant to say. But this puts the power back in your hands. Okay, so a lot of people ask us, how do you keep pushing forward when the media is not telling the truth? And our answer has been simple. Billboards be damned. When no one else would tell Dee Dee's story, we made our own mobile billboards. We are driving the truth into the streets ourselves. When the media ignores Dee Dee's truth, and when big billboards cost more than most families could ever afford, we decided to do it ourselves. That is how our mobile billboards were born.
Exactly. And we did not wait for permission. We did not wait for someone to give us a platform. We created our own, and that is the spirit behind both this book and Dee Dee's Law. We are Gen X. We get knocked down, we get back up, and we do it our damn selves. And Dee Dee's name will not be forgotten, and this law is going to make sure of it, you guys.
So what is our billboards? So our mobile billboards are vehicles, cars, trucks, vans wrapped or outfitted with Dee Dee's Law messaging. They take Dee Dee's straight truth into the streets, into neighborhoods, into cities where people cannot ignore them. Instead of waiting for a network or a corporation to tell her story, we put her story on the road. So how do you get one? Supporters can order their own mobile billboard package through us. We provide the graphics, designs, and guidance to get it set up on your vehicle, whether it's a full wrap, magnetic panels, or window decal package. There is a style that fits every budget and every level of commitment. And yes, you can also download for free several of our designs so that you can put it on anything that is movable.
We're not mainly making a lot, and you need to tell them about the nonprofit and all that. I mean, this is something we're very serious about. This is not a fluke. This is not a scam. This is not,
right.
What I mean? I will physically show you all of the work that I've actually done on this. I'm not going to waste my time doing that if it's not important.
Right. And so we've done this so that you can do your billboard your own way. If you want to put it on your car, You've got bumper stickers, wraps, and Klingons. If you want to put it on your cups, we've got cup stickers, cups that have it on there already. We've got all that for you. If you want to have it in your yard because you want your neighborhood to know about it, because maybe she lives in your neighborhood, or you just want to make sure that everyone. All right. Can everybody see me now? No, I don't want to block y'all. I just want to block that person. Thank you for showing yourself so that we could go ahead and block you. That's always so nice of you to do so. It's very polite. Super polite of you. Okay. So, what was I saying? I wanted to say something about, hold on. Let me pull up my thing again so I can see what we were talking, where I was at and what we were talking about.
We were talking about how you can also download for free.
Okay. Yeah. So I was telling you guys, it's everything. If you want to put it on a water bottle, a backpack, we've got everything for you. Bumper stickers, everything. So we're really excited about this. This is a way for you, the public, to make it mobile everywhere. We won't be stopped by one city or how much money we can raise for something. We are taking this to the streets, and you can participate with all of the different things. This does tie in, again, like we're starting a brand new division of my nonprofit that I've had for the past several years. We started a nonprofit in 2023 to educate first responders and medical staff and all of that on narcissistic, abusive relationships and what the warning signs look like. So we are working on that still. And now this will be our second mission in this is to take this forward, because victims of all kinds of abuse should be protected. Yes, we have a QR code for it on our website.
Yes.
We have everything for you guys.
Yes,
And you can go directly to our website. You'll be able to get all the different stuff. And so we're keeping the cost as low as we possibly can on the all the different pieces that we're releasing for you guys to be able to use, including free ones. But on top of that, we've also committed that we will put 5% of every sale or donation or anything like that we get towards specifically passing Dee Dee's law, and then 5% will go to our nonprofit for furthering more actions that we can take and do things to further all of that. So it's just a lot that we have put together, and it's very important to us so that you guys, you can have these tools to get the knowledge out there.
Right.
So,
and every time one of these vehicles drive by in a park or at a store or sits in a driveway or drives traffic, it could spark conversation, and it's grassroots advocacy on wheels. Our mobile billboards will spread Dee Dee's law far beyond social media, like straight into neighborhoods and communities. Like, yeah.
How in the world are you in here when I have you blocked?
You thought you were going to stand in our way? Is that what you thought? Oh, okay. So anyhow, yeah.
It's not a scam. Not a scam. Not making a big profit or any of those things.
No, my God.
These are pennies on the dollar so that you guys can have these things. And
like
again, I told you I had free. No, I'm not tired. I am tired, but I'm not tired. Actually, I went to bed the earliest I went to bed in like a long time last night. I've just been we've been working a lot. So yeah. I'm okay though. Thank you, Sickly Sweetson. You know, so it's just funny that you guys want to come in here and stop something again. What is your deal with truth being put out there? Like, you guys just can't handle the truth? You just can't handle it?
Yeah, we'll go over the billboard part again.
So, what we're talking about is mobile billboards in the way of putting it on anything and everything you can. We're also encouraging communities to get together and put it on bus benches, bus things, college boards, anything you can do.
Sticker, whatever, man. Slap that shit wherever you can slap it.
Wherever you can put it together, create vigils, create movements, make a live event on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or whatever you're going to do, whatever your way of doing things is. But this is really something where choose your own adventures type of billboard, you know. And so
don't wait for somebody else to do it.
No.
Do it your damn self. I sat there and thought, and I'm like, Fancy, this is some bullshit. Like, seriously, these people are standing in the middle of the damn road and they're bitching that nothing's going forward. Well, duh. So, you know, we're just sitting there and we're talking, and I'm like, these people ain't gonna stop us, girl. They're just not. They're not gonna stop us. I don't care.
No.
How can we make this mobile? I said, that's it. Anything that can be mobile, we're gonna slap it on it.
And so I came up with the motto of billboards be damned.
Right.
We did not wait for permission or corporate backing. We created a movement that anyone, thank you, can join in. Every mobile billboard is a rolling piece of truth, reminding the world that Dee Dee's story matters and that her law is coming. So what can you guys do to help? So if you are watching or listening and wondering, what can you do? Here's the answer. You can help us carry Dee Dee's truth forward. First, share Dee Dee's story. Tell people about Dee Dee's law. Talk to your family, your friends, your community, because awareness is the first step to change. You can share our petition. You can share our website where we tell the story about Dee Dee's law. Right. And all of that. So you can do all of those things.
Right. And so second, you need to contact your lawmakers. I tried to make it easy, and I provided a sample letter on our website that you can copy. Becca's going to have it up on her page also. So you can send that to your representative. You can just copy, put your stuff in it, however you want to do it, and let them know that you support Dee Dee's law and what it is, that it's a law that prevents criminals from profiting off their crimes, and it protects victims and their legacies from being defamed. And then another thing is to also support our book. Every page of that is evidence. It is proof that backs up why this law is needed. And the people who read it, the more people who read it, the harder it would be for the lies to stand, you know?
Right. And so we've really gone hard to put all this together for you guys in a way that you can just kind of print and click, right? So that's what we're doing here. We will have it also on our free tier on our Patreon for you guys to be able to download if copying and pasting doesn't work from the website. We'll be updating the actual change.org site with some of this as well and letting you guys know it's available. And it's going to be moving and changing and growing every day as we do this. So
we can spend our money how we want to spend our money and get something for that. If you're going to spend money, you can do it for free. But if you're going to spend money, and you can get your own little mobile billboard and you can put that thing anywhere you want.
Right.
Tell me you're going to stop me. Tell me you're going to, right.
No.
No.
So, and finally, help us spread the message everywhere. We've built our mobile billboard
Thank you, Beacon
or
Houses.
billboards when no one else would tell Dee Dee's story. You can be a part of that spirit, share posts, share graphics. And if you see one of our billboards out there, take a picture and tag us. Let the people know that the truth is rolling through their streets. Yes, Christine, and I will read through our actual change.org to explain to you what it does that's different from the Son of Sam in just a minute. So, did you want to read that last one?
This movement, the movement.
Yep.
Yeah. So this movement is bigger than us. It is about making sure what happened to Dee Dee never happens to another victim. So please, you guys, please stand with us. If you care about the truth, please stand with us and read and share and speak and act, because that's the only way Dee Dee's Law is going to become a reality.
All right. So, Dee Dee, this is for you. Your name has been dragged through the lies, but we are here to set it right. You gave love, you gave your life to your daughter, and in return, you have been erased, vilified, and forgotten. Woo, if that's really you, I'm so glad that you got help and are such good friends with now Christy Blanchard. So
Wow.
good for you,
What
sweetheart.
piece of
And if
shit.
you're not,
What a true piece of shit.
yeah, that was that, man.
Sorry, not sorry, dude. You are
Sorry,
a
not
piece
sorry
of
on that
shit.
one. All right.
Wow.
So you gave love, you gave your life to your daughter. In return, you have been erased, vilified, and forgotten by those who should have protected you. But we will not let that stand. We carry your story now. We carry your truth. And every word we write, every mile we drive with your name on our billboards, every voice we raise for Dee Dee's Law, it is all to give you back the dignity that was stolen.
That's right, Dee Dee. You are not forgotten. You are not what they called you. You are a mother whose love deserved honor, not betrayal. And we promise you this: your truth will be heard, and your name will be cleared, and your legacy is going to protect others. This fight is yours, Dee Dee, and we are going to finish it for you.
You know, guys, we're up to 507. Thank you guys for those of you that have been signing during this thing. To
Awesome.
find all
Thank
of this
you.
information, to go straight to change.org and sign it, you can go up onto our link and you can click on the very first thing inside of our link tree, and it will take you right there. For everything else, we're going to be loading it to the goodwivesnetwork.com. That's also linked in the bio. And it will be coming out in little pieces. I've already got a bunch of that designed. We're getting pieces put up there for today. We have some information. We've got the letter up for you guys. So it'll all be right there for you guys to take care of that. You can get the book right there. You can do it all right there. So, and we're even working on a memorial page where you guys can come and light a candle and leave a message in Dee Dee's name. So I'm so excited for that. I really want to show that people do care about Dee Dee.
Can you answer Five Fingers on YouTube? Are there any other homicide victim families who want offenders to refrain from profiting from their crimes? Yes, BK is one of them.
Yes.
Brian Kohlberger, let him know.
Brian Kohlberger.
Kaylee's dad is fighting to change. Yeah,
yep.
Because there's no Son of Sam in Idaho.
Nope, no Son of Sam. Okay, so
him, and I'm reaching out to actually everybody that I can. I really am. Anybody who will listen.
We've made this so you guys can send it out to podcasters, news sources, journalists, media, friends, family. You can send it to anywhere you want. Politicians, advocacy groups, lobbyists. You can send it to every single person, and easily. You know, you can do it. It's only available in some states, not federally. Exactly. Okay, so that's one of the things. And here, let me read it to you, because when you go to the page, this is what you're going to see. Thank you, guys. And you're going to understand how it differs right here. So let me read this to you guys. So in 1991, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down New York's Son of Sam law. This was a law that once prevented convicted criminals from making money off the stories of their crimes. The decision opened a door for profit, not justice. Now that the loophole is being exploited in the worst way, 509, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, convicted of helping orchestrate her mother's murder, is making money off the very act that ended a life. Let me put this up on the screen too. So share screen, petition for Dee Dee's law. That way you guys can see it here.
Yeah.
As we scroll
Yeah, you know
through.
what? We should show them the things that we came up with that they're able to.
We will.
Okay.
We will. We'll show them stuff. Okay, so that decision opened a door for profit, not justice. Now that loophole is being exploited in the worst way. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, convicted of helping orchestrate her mother's brutal murder, is making money off the very act that ended a life. Books, films, interviews, all monetized, all legal. Meanwhile, Claudenia Dee Dee Blanchard, her victim, can't speak. Her name is dragged, distorted, and sold for clicks, and there is no law protecting her. We believe murder should not be a marketing strategy. Victims deserve posthumous dignity. Families should not be silenced while unalivers build brands. And media platforms must be held accountable when they enable or amplify these narratives. So that's why we're demanding the passage of Dee Dee's law, a federal statute that will, 1, prohibit convicted felons from profiting off of their crimes, ban indirect profit through third-party trusts or symbolic royalties. So that's like how Gypsy set up a trust in Ryan's name and Christy's name and all of that to hide the money. That's not going to be allowed if this gets passed. Protect the name, the likeliness, and the legacy of the victim. So no defamation. Recognize posthumous defamation as legal harm. Empower families or certified advocates to sue on a victim's behalf. Authorize proxies when families are compromised or complicit, and hold media outlets and publishers accountable for broadcasting or profiting from exploitive narratives. So we gave you all of this is about taking action as a people, as a community, as a nation, as a world. And one of the things that we wrote you 7 things you can go do besides what we've shown you today. Okay. So 1, you can write your representatives. So use your state and federal lawmakers to support Dee Dee's law. Ask them to protect victims from being rebranded by their unalivers. 2, share the position, and there's hashtags there for you to use with it so that we can share the position in the same thread. So everybody who tags it will end up having it, just like how we got Gypsy lied about it all and Gypsy Rise lied about the whole thing trending. We'll get these trending too. So demand accountability from the media. Call out platforms, networks, and publishers who profit off false or glamorized crime stories created by convicted offenders. Send it to their journalists. Tell them that they got it wrong. Contact journalists and podcasters and ask them to include a factual disclaimer when giving airtime to felons telling their own stories. Encourage them to speak to both sides. Number 5, educate others. Start a conversation about how media shapes truth and how the victims' legacies are often left out. Use this petition as a tool. Support advocacy groups. Follow, fund, or volunteer with organizations working to strengthen victims' right and ethical crime reporting. Number 7, build pressure. Help organize a coordinated day of action. Host a digital event. Write an op-ed. Make noise in honor of the silence. The law will not silence anyone, but it will finally protect someone who never got to speak. Sign now in ink, in law, in her name. So that is what we have up there. That explains to you a little bit more of how we're trying to go further than what Son of Sam ever did. Because yes, do they have a right to tell their stories? Sure. But what they don't have a right to do is make profit from telling those stories. They do not have the right to lie while telling these stories about their victims. So this was a fix for what Son of Sam could not get done. And we're hoping to make it a federal law. So join us in that. Now, if you guys want to see some of what we've got going on, I can give you a sneak little peek of things.
Yes.
Let's see if I can get to it this way.
You know, somebody somewhere one day asked, "What do you stand for? What do you stand for, Nancy? What do you stand for, Mac?" This is what I stand for. This shit right here.
This right here is what we stand for. This is what we're working on. Hold on here. Let me get it here.
You think the
Sign
story's
in.
over? It's not over. It's not over.
And it's not so 10 years ago.
No, it's not so 10 years ago. Oh my God.
And you didn't write those emails while you were in your 20s.
It ain't over.
Sweetheart, you were a full-bred 30-year-old woman having sexual relations with men on the internet in prison when you wrote those emails.
Right.
So don't sit here and pretend that you all wrote those emails and you're, oh my God, my wicked teen years, my 20s. Oh my God. I'd never been able to experience anything. I think you experienced quite a fucking lot, baby girl. I think you did.
You experienced more than I did.
More than I did. I know I didn't have a shed of freaking wonders.
You know what I mean?
I didn't have a shed of wonders, so I'm just saying.
My word.
All right, guys, hang on. I'm trying to get it up so you guys can see. Because we haven't released it yet, but I'm going to give you guys a quick peek. Brittany says, yep, she needs to be held accountable for all those lies. You can't say one thing in court under oath, then flat out lie your ass off online. Exactly.
And get paid for it.
And get paid for it.
That's the kicker.
Mm-mm.
You know? That's
Mm-mm.
the kicker right there, man. The little shit just keeps making money. Just like the little baby voice.
Oh, goodness. All right, you guys, if you want to come up, I'm going to let you guys come up. So, Janelle, you're the first one up here, so you can come up. I'm waiting for this to happen. It's just taking forever. Hey, Janelle, how are you this morning?
Are awesome. You are warriors. Thank you very, very, very much for everything. You are.
It needs to live too. I mean, it helps us keep going, everybody.
Absolutely. Like, this enough's enough. This needs to stop.
Exactly. That's what I said, man. You ain't stopping me.
No, you're not
Do
stopping
you guys
us.
know, the law that you're trying to get, you guys want to try to make the name of it, or like if it goes through, who do you guys know what the name will be of the law?
I'm going for Dee Dee's Law. I mean, it might change. It may change as we, go through the court systems and all of that, or whatever you have to do to get the laws done. Our lobbyists will take care of all of that and things like that we end up hooking up with.
But I mean, I don't see why they would take it away from Dee Dee, considering all the money that Jill
Okay.
has made.
So here we go. I'm going to show this
Well,
real
claiming
quick.
she's made not remember.
Yeah.
Just real.
All right, let's share the screen here. And this isn't to replace real billboards. We still intend to look into those things. We still intend to look into rolling billboards across the country while we go on tour. We plan to hold in every city that we go to, the first thing we do is hold a free vigil for everybody to come, light a candle for Dee Dee, and talk about how this case has touched you or what you think, those kind of things. Just a gathering of people who can do this. And we're going to be giving out a lot of the things that I'm going to show you right now. Like we have yard signs, all of that stuff we're working on. So I'm going to show you the details here. So I'm going to flip it around.
Yeah, and these are things that we can do like right now.
Yeah, these are things we can do today.
A billboard for you. You can just say, hey. This is what's up.
Billboard Be Damned is a mobile advocacy project. Gypsy and her supporters work tirelessly to erase Dee Dee's name, her life, and her truth. We refuse to let that happen. Dee Dee's law must be seen, spoken, and carried everywhere until it's passed at the federal level. That's why we made this campaign mobile. If they block our billboards in Louisiana, we'll put Dee Dee's face on every bumper sticker, every subway bench, every bus ad, every yard sign, and every handheld placard in America, from highways to neighborhoods, from small towns to federal courthouses. Her story will move where the law must move across the nation. Mobility isn't just strategy, it's survival. Dee Dee's law deserves permanence, and the only way to keep it alive is to make it impossible to erase. With billboards be damned, every supporter becomes a walking, driving, rolling, shouting billboard. Car, buses, and subways carry her truth into daily life. Yard signs and stickers root her name in every community. Shirt, banners, and handmade art put advocacy directly in our hands, and free SVG files allow anyone to create and distribute more. This is how we outlast censorship. This is how we outlive propaganda. This is how Dee Dee's law crosses state lines and enters the halls of Congress. Because if they can take down one billboard, we'll raise 1,000 more in its place. So, our supporters, we've made this campaign accessible to everyone. Items are priced as low as possible, and we're committed to running regular giveaways, especially on tour during Dee Dee's vigils across the country. For those who can't purchase, we're releasing free downloadable designs so you can create your own stickers, signs, or posters. 10% of all profit will go directly to change, 5% to advancing Dee Dee's law, and 5% to our nonprofit SCOPE, Stop the Cycle of Abuse program. Together, we ensure Dee Dee's voice is not erased and that her legacy creates lasting federal reform. To see our advocacy designs and merchandise, you can click here. So these are some of our yard signs. We've got the Voices Across America. We've got Dee Dee's Law, Demand Justice. And this one's just really pretty. Then we've got one that, has more about it. We've got this one that explains it a little bit better in 2 different colors. And I'm going to have them in other colors as well. This is the many faces of Gypsy Rose. This is one of my favorites, the Dee Dee's Law right here with that never erased. You have this one, you can do this one. And this is our, let's see if I can get it to come up. It's our bumper sticker. That's one of them. It's got a little crow on there. It's got a scan so that they can QR code and go directly to signing Dee Dee's Law. So there you go, guys. That's some of the stuff that we've already put into place for you guys. Flip the camera back around. So
I just want to say, you ladies are the real MVPs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
we hope so. We hope so. We hope so. I mean, I did put, it's a little late, but I did put in for CrimeCon today to see if they might have a speaking engagement for us to be able to do so. So if you guys want to write CrimeCon and tell us that they need to have us there, that'd be really great. We are reaching out to other conventions and other events that we can get this out in a massive way. And then, if you guys can take the press release.
Anything we can do in Canada, or I can do in Canada here.
Yes, there's things you can do. So, getting a press release, you guys can send it to your local media. We'll do one about Dee Dee's Law, but we'll also just do one specifically about how the truth and everything has been distorted. And I really do think other countries will probably pick up on it faster than America.
I know, Lisa. I said the same thing. We tried to crap her out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Fancy really like that picture.
I want you guys to understand something. There are no pictures of Dee Dee as an adult without Gypsy Rose.
No.
Do you guys get that?
Her daughter.
There's none.
She loved her daughter.
There are no pictures.
Was always with her.
That's why she wanted to find out so badly what was wrong with her. Like,
Yeah.
I guess she loved her so much that
He really did.
literally loved her to an unaliving. It's sad.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know, Avel. I'm sure there's going to be a happy helper that comes out against this. I can say this. I am very excited. And
What would be your argument?
I didn't.
What would be their argument?
Well, I don't know, but they always have one. They always have one, so it doesn't really matter. We've had problems with content creators. We've had our own issues. They've had issues with us, all of those things. But I really feel like right now is a time that several of the content creators that have been here a while have decided that this isn't going to go on anymore.
For the right reasons.
You know, this is ridiculous. Becca Scoops got behind this. She promoted it on her interview that she did with that podcast. We have a really big podcast. We have a great big podcast platform that we're going to be on soon that will be pushing this. And she works with Son of Sam law archivists and people that can help with that. So I'm really excited about that. We got a lot to go, but getting this out to the media is the number one way for you to help. Send it to your local medias first. Demand them to cover it. Demand your regional and your national news stations to cover this, because they can't ignore us all. They can't ignore us all. They just can't.
It speaks volumes to me that Becca Scoops backs this.
Yes.
Yep.
That is perfect. I'm so glad to hear that.
We were able to set aside differences for a greater cause.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, it's about being able to move forward. It's about being able to give, people like Dee Dee their dignity back. Because, I mean, look at what they've done to her.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Okay.
Like I said before, a lot of us can relate to her.
I want you guys to think about this. This has never been done ever, okay, by anyone ever. She's never done, nobody has ever done what Gypsy Rose has done by coming out like she has and defaming her victim as so heavily as she has. I want you guys to put it into perspective.
That's the bad part. Like, these people, everyone's letting her get away with
Sure.
it. I don't understand.
So let's put it into perspective. If a serial rapist, okay, who possibly unalived his victims or didn't, either way, came out and began blaming his victims because they were ladies of the night, would you all believe that that was appropriate? Would you all think that that was okay for him to make fun of them and say horrible things about his victims, all because they were just hookers?
Heck no.
Hell no. Their lives matter. Their lives matter. No matter how sad a life they live, their life still matters. No matter how much their family does or doesn't like them. There are people in this world that care about all of them. Every single one of them.
That's why it was so hard to I'm sorry. Go ahead, Janelle. I'm sorry.
Have you guys heard of the Robert Pickton case in BC? He was a pig farmer, and there was like 38 or maybe even more, like lots of women from like 1978 to 1998 that went missing. Basically, we have like the Highway of Tears that like a lot of Native women, unfortunately, and then there was a lot of like unhoused and that street working, and they went missing, and then their families have put together a thing here where like it doesn't matter what your job is.
No,
everyone's lives matter.
I'm still a person.
Exactly.
Like, Green River went after a lot of prostitutes also, and I think thinking no one's going to care, no one's going to miss them. You know what I mean?
Yes, Miss TL Jede, yes, it's still being written and put in place. I don't even have anything for you to buy yet or anything to purchase. We just got this all done last night. I'm still creating designs for other pieces, for window clings and things. So we're going to come out with them piece by piece. But yes, the first thing that's up there is the bumper sticker. I put that out a couple days ago just for a placeholder. So yeah, we're still working on all of it. What I just read to you and the page I just showed you, it's not live yet. So we just wanted to get ahead of it. We wanted to let you guys know it's coming so you guys can prepare.
And will this be on your site or on Amazon or both?
It'll be on our site. And then I don't know. I might be able to even get it in the TikTok shop and Amazon because I do have a seller account with both. So I'll see if I can maybe get that done that way too.
I can't even order through TikTok shop. I have to go through Amazon.
Yeah. So, but we can, but now we can do that. Yeah. So yes, the bumper sticker is available already. We've got bumper stickers, car clings, magnets, everything you could possibly think of sticking this on something. We will have a way for you to do it. And multiple ways for you to do it. So
you can put it on a tote bag. You can put it on a ball cap. You can put it I don't care. You could put a
And
sticker
that's
across your
the one
ass
out from
anywhere.
the billboard.
Spread it around all of
All
the
over.
universities
Put it on
and
a
the
card.
colleges.
Put it everywhere.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hi, V.
My sound,
Maybe.
hi. My sound is a little bit wacky, but I have a question. And
Can I?
it's
Okay,
not-
hang on one second. I do want to answer this one real quick before your question. So,
Okay.
Riley, your question is it possible the name of the proposed law is too polarizing? Not to diminish the meaning, but naming it Dee Dee's Law could be spun by opposing parties to continue to make it seem like it's just part of a gypsy witch hunt. That's a good question. It is. But here's my answer. I don't give a shit what any of the other people say about any of it. They're going to complain regardless. So what we're doing is very easy to do. I do believe that once media starts seeing more and more things pop up, I do believe that we can get it done. And I feel like Dee Dee's name being on it is extremely, extremely important for the story behind why it's so important. Taking her name off would seem to me to in some way lessen the impact, but I mean I definitely will discuss that with lawyers and activists and lobbyists, and if that's what we feel then we'll change it at that time. But right now I really feel that this is the right movement. I don't know, I feel strongly about it. So but I understand where you're coming from. Okay. Anyway, V, what was your question, babe? Bye. Okay, bye, OG. Have a good one, honey.
First, I want to say to everyone, are you on
Thanks.
White Tea as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I want everyone to hear this. I don't care, people really need to stop caring about what others are doing. If they're not joining you, then don't care. If they're making fun of you, literally do not care.
Right.
Do not care, because that really, when you engage in stuff like that, it makes the person look less credible. Just
Yes.
don't engage. And
I think
people,
it's fueling the fire.
Yes.
if
That's
you,
it.
and from now on, I think if there's comments about certain things, it needs to be ignored, because
Yeah.
this is crap.
We've got to stop rewarding bad behavior.
We try to just get rid of them and be done with it.
Listen, when I argue with another company that's like mine and we're competitors, do you think I'd go online and fight with them? No. I do something backhanded with another
Right.
account.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but
We're almost at 100,000. Keep tapping.
Keep tapping. We've been getting that. We've been getting so much more tapping.
This is not directed at anybody.
Okay.
So I don't want anyone to assume this. But when we speak publicly, this is my opinion, and I just want to see if others agree. If you disagree,
Yeah.
please kindly tell me why.
Okay.
I don't think it's fair that we label Dee Dee in any way as a malingering con.
No.
I don't, because you want to know why? We don't have solid evidence.
We have no evidence.
Yeah, we have no evidence. Yeah.
So, did she have a donation to go travel to a hospital because the hospital was going to do room and boarding, but not,
Yeah.
the way to get there?
Right.
Is that an awful thing? No. What was the benefit? Oh, they went and they spoke at a hospital.
Yeah.
So, I just don't think that's, and I also don't think it's fair to include, she was wrong for, helicoptering.
No,
Gypsy
no,
or being
no.
an overbearing mom.
Nope. She's a flawed mom like every other mom on the planet.
Exactly.
We're all
My
flawed.
guess is if Gypsy is in her teenage years, young 20s, and we know hypersexual, then why would she want Gypsy just to meet random men on the internet? I don't understand the people that say that that's, smothering or.
Why would she take her to VisionCon where she knew that the 35-year-old men and 40-year-old men were all hitting on her?
That's such a contradiction. I know, and that's what's bothering me. It's like you can't say this one thing, but then yet still blame Dee Dee for this way. And
Well,
I don't
And if you look at the facts of the case, If you really look at the facts, Gypsy has admitted in her own words to her co-conspirator that she was the one who was malingering on purpose for attention. It was her. And everything else, if that's her own words. Those are her own, that's her own admission.
I'll be back.
Yeah, okay, no problem. That's her own admission, and you can't ignore her own admission in this. You know, do I think she's truthful ever? No. But do I think there's some truth in all the little things that she tells? For sure, because that's how a liar lies. That's how a con artist does it. They put truth in things so you believe it easier. But in that one instance, I believe she was telling 100% the truth, that she was the one who was telling everybody she couldn't walk, not her mother. And I do think that there was a lot of her perpetuating all of this. And I think that Dee Dee, I think a lot of the times her hands were tied because she was scared to death of her daughter as an adult. And then on top of that, I just think Dee Dee was trying so hard to figure it all out. Yeah, maybe she got things wrong when she's talking to doctors, but like she didn't know it was wrong. She didn't know. She's like, I don't fucking know. It's muscular dystrophy of an unknown etiology. I don't know. All she ever wanted was the answers.
There's just no facts there's no
Nothing
evidence that says Dee Dee said she had muscular dystrophy. There's no evidential facts to that. It's all hearsay from what Jip accuses her victim of doing.
Right. I mean, it says things like that. There are statements like that made in her medical records, but again, it's always because of an unknown etiology, and it's not solely listed as muscular dystrophy. It's listed sometimes as muscular dystrophy as an unknown etiology, and other times it is listed as a muscle atrophy of unknown etiology and muscle weakness of unknown etiology. So you can't take out the one little sentence that you think makes something and make that your whole case. That's not how it works.
It doesn't work that way.
You can't.
It just doesn't.
It's the same principles when people try to quote Bible scripture to other people. And
Thou shalt not judge.
Exactly. But the fact of the matter is that many times, if you don't read the passage above and the passage below of whatever it is that they're using as their illustration for a certain belief, it could be completely changed by what's below and above it, like seriously. And I was in a cult where I did that. I asked constantly because they could not brainwash me like they wanted to. I was only in for 3 months, and then I returned for like a month, and then I was gone. And I had a lot of impact on the people that were in there leaving that church. And that was one of the things, was like, I'm not going to allow you to take a piece of a book, a chapter of a piece of a book, and say to me that one line is all I need to know about that. No, that's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen here either. You can't pick and choose the evidence.
Right.
The evidence is the evidence.
Right.
And you know what? God says that we can judge. He does not want us around people that's going to sway us. So that whole Christians can't judge. Yes, we can. It is in the Bible that we can.
Yep.
However, don't throw stones if you have more sin.
And God also said that vengeance is his, and you should make room for it because he will take care of it where you cannot. And that is basically what I feel about this whole thing, is that I've handed my part in this over to God and asked God, with the help of my friend Christina and my mom and everyone that's up there, to make this truthful and make this come true and help get this right. And I just feel like we were called for a bigger thing than just this damn little freaking schmurder from an evil little demon spawn. I mean,
just not fair that she was able to influence social media, mainstream media, to play off of other people's emotions, even if it was for a brief moment. It is not okay. You do not do that.
Yeah.
You don't slander a helpless victim that's in an urn that is not unable to speak for themselves.
That took 10 years to put in the urn.
Yeah.
and didn't buy an urn themselves. They had to have people on the internet care more about fucking Dee Dee being in an urn than her own damn freaking family who couldn't be bothered to go purchase one off of Amazon for $100 freaking. Y'all want to know why I'm on the Petries? Why I don't respect the Petries? Why I didn't consult the Petries about any of this? You want to know why? That's why. Because they didn't give a shit about any of it. Every single word they've ever said about their sister has been 100% disparaging. Never a good story, never a love, never anything. All they have done is drag her through the mud for a murderer that doesn't even like any of them and won't let them see her baby. So I don't know what they did it for, but they sold their sister down the river for money, clicks, whatever. That's the thing. I know for a fact Bobby sold out. 100% he sold out, because that's not the stories he was telling me when I was sitting in his living room. He sold out. They sold out. They don't deserve respect. They don't deserve anything because they're nothing to their sister, because all they've done is hurt her.
Family is the way people treat you.
That's right.
Treat you like they loved her. So don't try and tell me you got something to say over something good, over something that's going to help other victims. Really? Like, you give me what your argument is on that, okay?
Right.
You ain't going to have one.
No, and Riley asked what made her so different. What made her so different is that her lawyer, her stepmother, and herself inked a deal with HBO before the fucking blood was even collected from the crime scene. That's how she became so different. Because HBO, Aaron Lee Carr, Mike Stanfield, Christy Blanchard, and Gypsy Rose Blanchard all colluded together to tell a false narrative, not only to the public, but also lied in a court of law several times to the judge.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to do that.
No.
As an attorney.
Hey, Mike, did you ever produce any proof to the judge that those records were actually sealed? Because I didn't have a problem getting them at all. And Christy told me they weren't sealed. She said that they thought that they were sealed, but they weren't sealed, because that's how I was able to get them, because they weren't sealed. Did you know that? There's that. Did you also stand in a court of law and lie about the conversations, about knowing anything about those medical records? Because I know for a fact that you had the 1Q2 1.1 in so many different aspects of the evidence that you all ignored. And you again lied in court about that, Mike.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't deserve a law license, dude. You stood in a court of law and you lied to the court and the prosecuting attorneys about evidence. And I still want Patterson to explain to me why he allowed all that.
Yeah. I mean, the neighbors knew she had it. The Blanchards knew she had it. And it's just so bizarre that she comes out here in 2024, early 2025, and says, I was tested and I learned that I have this. Girl, you knew that way back in 2012.
I know. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed until she finally had admitted that they all knew about it in 2011.
I'm not bothered by this, as she's clearly wobbling. Okay.
Journalism isn't dead if I have anything to say about it, Leanne. Trust me. I'm all about putting truth back in true crime. The sensationalized story is no longer relevant. These stories are sensationalized more than enough. You did not need to put in all that extra shit. You didn't need to add anything. That's why I never understood the act. Like, dude, you had so much that you had there. There was no reason for you to make shit up at all. You had a huge fucking story if you told it the right way.
Well, she was going to go for life. If she didn't use this MVP and a word, then yeah. It was
well, exactly, because even Bree admitted it, and she doesn't even realize. She's too dumb to even know what she fucking read the other day. She's reading Mike's notes between him and Dr. Fabian. And you all remember Dr. Fabian, right? The guy who spent 10 minutes with her on the phone, where she lied to him about having other personal relationships, that Nick was her only relationship. She'd never had one before that. All that. You guys saw that on Prison Confessions. He straight up took her lies and was like, yep, that's perfectly sense. Without any verification. 10 minutes on the phone, he admitted when he was on Crime Talk Weekly.
Also that one guy before Dan Glidewell, and I keep thinking his name begins with a T. She was with him. No, not Dan Glide. Yeah, before Dan. Mm-hmm. It was a guy by the name of T.
Yeah, I think so. I can't.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Everyone only talks about Dan Glidewell, but there was another guy previous to that.
Brad, that's another one, I think. Yeah, there was so many different ones. You guys have no idea. So Dr. Fabian and Travis, maybe? No. Dr. Fabian and Mike had this conversation about the defense that he was trying to lodge in case Gypsy had to go to court. Remember, I've got one defense that shows whether that I'm involved and one that shows I didn't. And this just happens to be the one where I'm actually involved. Well, that's the one they had to go with, and that's what got them the plea deal. Because if they had gone with the battered spouse syndrome, as Mike was trying to, did you hear what Mike, I don't know if it was Mike telling him, Fabian, or Fabian telling Mike, but whichever one of it was, they said that they could find absolutely no correlation between battered spouse syndrome and what Gypsy Rose experienced with her mother. None. No connection. So when Mike stood up there and literally said he had no fucking defense, he had no defense. Nothing. I have no clue why Patterson gave them a plea deal based on that evidence, because I guarantee you, if he had taken this to court, he would have got the full bid. The full fucking bid. And if he hadn't taken the freaking death penalty off of there, I guarantee you a jury would have sentenced her and Nicholas both to death. And that's really freaking sad that Nick would have been caught up in all of that.
I think Patterson is just a hillbilly that was lazy and just half does things.
No, he's a corrupt hillbilly that's lazy and half does things.
Oh,
did you read what I've put out? I've put out there a million times. Girl, in 2015, he was being investigated by several different news media outlets that were putting it out constantly that he was purposely not prosecuting crimes against children. Children.
Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, fancy. You just popped. Yes.
Corrupt.
And then also it was something about victims too. Another type of victim. Wasn't there another victim that like he was not advocating for or
trafficking victims? Funny. Trafficking victims. Oh, that's funny. Trafficking victims. You don't say. You don't say that he wasn't prosecuting trafficking or child crimes. You don't say. So then a honey of a freaking trial just lops into his fucking lap, and he's like, "Oh fuck! Not only can I sweep a bunch of shit right the fuck under the rug, but hey, I'm gonna make my political career on it too."
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and it was
motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah.
And didn't he say that Gypsy's case was one of the worst cases of ABUSC he's ever seen?
Well, I'd like to know what other cases of ABUSC you've ever seen.
Even if you believed in her story, like it wasn't seriously, I've heard a lot worse.
I mean, did you guys miss Garnet Spears, who died at 5 years old because his mom was literally putting salt into his feeding tube? Did you miss that one? He died a painful, horrible, awful death because she thought that the hospital would always save him, and then the hospital couldn't save him. Yeah. You guys don't remember that one, huh? No? Okay, what about Olivia Wilde? Do you remember that one? Hey, you know what I really found interesting, too, about HBO and all of this? What? You know, they're also the ones that put out Sharp Objects. Do you know what Sharp Objects is?
Yes.
It was one of the first dramatized tales of a full Munchausen by proxy story. Yeah. Now, we had seen it previewed previously in something called The Sixth Sense. They'd mentioned it very briefly, but it had never, ever, ever been a story anywhere from any substance. I want to wonder when Sharp Objects came out. Let's just see, guys. Let's just see when Sharp Objects came out.
I just wanted to make one more point with what I was saying earlier, is that my mom and my parents, you know, were raised, we're not religious, but we have faith. We, you know, they were always talking about being careful and, you know, try to save yourself, do this and do that. But what parent wants to raise a teenage or someone in their 20s child with more than likely another father being absent? Like, how wrong is Dee Dee to be cautious of what Jip was doing? So her mistakes weren't going to fall on the responsibility of Dee.
Right.
So here's a little timeline for y'all. Mommy, Dead, and Dearest premiered on HBO on March 11th of 2017. Sharp Objects' first episode aired on HBO on July 8th of 2018. Hmm. And you know that that's based on another Gillian Flynn novel, and Gillian Flynn is the one who wrote Gone Girl and filmed it in Missouri.
Oh, yeah. Very interesting.
That's also like intertwined in.
So you tell me again how HBO didn't have a fucking hand in this motherfucking shit. How Erin Lee Carr didn't know exactly what she was doing. She cherry picked. She knows she cherry picked. We can prove she cherry picked now because she broke up Gypsy and Aaliyah's text to purposely cover up the one about the 1Q21 and that her mother was sick and all of that. You left all of that out. You left that her mother was really sick. You left out that she had the 1Q2 1.1. You left out that she had sexual relationships with other men that people knew about. You left it out. And again, I'm still very highly suspicious of Aaliyah because, you know, Aaliyah just led them right to Nicholas's door.
Right.
And then pretended she didn't know anything. Yes, you did. The whole neighborhood knew she could walk. Shut the fuck up. You're a liar.
Yeah, I know.
You're a liar.
That part, it annoys me. Why all of these, like, it's like they got like over emotional into like what was happening with the TV crews. They joined in. Oh yeah, we had no idea. Like, oh, we thought she was. Like,
Isn't it funny how all the news stations acted like they honestly had no idea who she was? Considering that they'd been writing news station stories on her for years and years and years and years.
Right.
They acted like they didn't know who she was. They acted like they'd never seen her, that they didn't know this was happening. Bullshit, you did. You do it all. You guys had a feel-good story, and you all ran with it on purpose. Oh, I agree, Susie. She absolutely is, but we won't talk about that. You know, I just want you guys to understand how easy this was. How easy it was to convince the entire world of a false narrative. Hey. Okay.
She told me to pick some things out for dinner. What do you guys want?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. Pick something good. I don't know. Can we do fish or something? I don't know.
Okay, so Emily said she'll be home later and she'll take care of her and Wyatt.
Okay. So can you get fit?
Just
You, me, and Abby, right?
want fish.
Huh?
What kind of fish do you want?
Salmon. If we can. If it's too expensive. I was going to say, if it's too expensive, get something else. I don't know, Craig. I don't really have a preference here. But I'm in the middle of a live, so I'm trying to talk with you, but... Huh?
All right, love you, bye.
I love you too. Just, if you have suggestions, send them to me, and I'll tell you whether I like them or not.
Bye.
Okay, love you, bye. Sorry, guys. That was my husband calling. That was my husband calling. Sorry.
Oh, okay. There you are. Okay, she's back.
We were just talking about dinner.
Oh, no worries.
Okay, love bugs. I'm gonna hop off here. I just wanted to see.
Thank you, V.
Oh, no problem. I just don't want to be wrong with my perception, but I'm just like, I don't think it's fair when, if we were to go on radio or somewhere to say, oh, Dee was abusive in her own way, because what way then? Like,
No. None of what she did, in my opinion, even constitutes as abusive. If she was doing anything of any kind to fraud or anything like that, I truly believe it was out of necessity and out of survival for a child who, you know, they had no money because Rod was a deadbeat dad most of her life. Most of her life.
Look at how they live. Dee was not benefiting from all the things that were going on.
None.
But to ask like town donations to make a road trip to go speak at a hospital, that a hospital had to like look into her filing records to make sure it was appropriate that she was there. It, like asking the town for gas to go to this hospital for a speech, I don't see that as a crime.
I don't either.
As I need help getting my daughter to wherever they were going.
Now a free concert, maybe.
Yeah.
But she didn't ask for those. They gave them to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like when I was trying to research like how they got the concerts, I couldn't figure it out.
Because she was connected with all of the charity functions in the area.
Yeah.
So they hooked her up with it, and that's how she ended up meeting Blake Shelton and Melissa and Miranda. And that's how she ended up starting to get into that. All the stuff that she met the celebrities in is all because she was an actual sick kid.
Ugh.
And all of the money, all of the funding, and all of those things that she went to, these conventions here and those conventions there, I'm beginning to think that that is actually why the hospitals were the only place that the fucking records were being changed of the dates. And I think the doctors were profiting from that because of conventions and funding and research. And I'm going to be following that money trail.
And the date change didn't happen until she was in Missouri at the age of 19. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. You guys think about it. Oh, you have a
18,
question about
but
your
yes.
shipping.
Yeah.
There's a question about your shipping. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Shipping? What about my shipping?
I hug you.
There's a flat shipping for $23. Is that correct? No, LaBoo-Boo. I have to go change the shipping. I'm so annoyed. It's supposed to be $16 period for the books, and it's not. So let me fix that. I'll go and fix it. No, definitely not going to be $23. Trust me. I will put in a different rate for you. Don't worry. I'm sorry. Let me get it all up and down today. I'll get it all fixed for you guys today as much as I can, and then tomorrow we'll give you guys a launch. I just wanted you all to know this was coming. It's a preview. You can order the books now, and I'm really excited about all of that. So, but my book you can buy either on my website or you can get on Amazon. It's just more expensive on Amazon, but I don't know what the shipping cost on Amazon is, so it might be less for the shipping cost on Amazon. So. I don't know. You'll just have to see which way you want to buy it. But thegoodwivesnetwork.com, and it's in our linked in our bio as well, guys. So, all right, guys, I think that's pretty much all we wanted to really cover today. And I hope that you guys understand what this message is and what we're trying to do. This isn't to hurt anyone. This isn't even to go at Gypsy Rose. This has nothing to do with her specifically. It has to do with her victim.
Right.
And that's what this has to do with, is the victim's rights in all of this, which have been 100% trampled on completely. She had no rights in any of this. And if Dee Dee was a mother who was malingering or conning or any of those things, she didn't deserve murder brutally in her bed. She deserved to be tried for her crimes and given the proper sentencing because of that. Then they would have been able to go through a court of law, and then we would know 100% who was doing what. But Dee Dee never got a day in court. She didn't get a day in court for her anything in the realm of fraud, and she didn't get a day in court for her own murder. She's never been heard by the court system, not one time.
She still sits. Her ashes still sit.
And her ashes still sit, not at rest. I just, and
I would hate for this to happen to anybody in my own family.
Absolutely.
And I would hate for it to happen to anybody else, period. Like, nobody should be able to do this. Ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
And it's not just the profiting off of her crime. It's the profiting off of villainizing her more and more and more. Like, every time she says that something negative, derogatory, whatever about me, she's just doing the murder all over.
Let me give you another example that's going to tug heartstrings right now. So what if Brian Koberger came out and he just started trashing all the victims in the house because, well, they were partiers and sorority girls, and so they were less thans and they were whores, and so he just had to do it. And that
turned me down for a date and made me cry. I was upset.
Upset.
So,
yeah, how would you like it if he just came out here and started talking mad shit on those girls?
right?
How would you feel if Ted Bundy had just come out and started talking about how, well, you know, Kathy Kleiner Rubin totally deserved to die that day, even though she survived because, you know, she was a sorority girl. And so that's what they get, right? Because they're
Or
sorority
how about
girls.
the guy? How about the guy from Columbus who murdered his 3 boys on Father's Day? How would you like him to come out and start saying crap about those little boys? Like, seriously.
We don't allow this in
Yes,
any
right
other
now,
way.
They possibly could do that. As it stands right now, these people can actually do that. Exactly, Lynn. Exactly.
In the end, what happens to her ashes will mean less than clearing her name.
Right?
But she deserves to lay in peace. She wanted to be set to rest with her mom. Why can't you guys do that?
She
Why?
deserves dignity.
Why can't you lay her to rest with your mother? Why? Why have you just shoved her in another freaking box in another freaking closet? Why?
Dignity in that.
Where's the love for your sister in that? I mean, you told me you loved her. You said you didn't have good stories, but you told me you loved her. That's not love.
No.
What you're doing is not love.
I'm telling you right now, family is the way people treat you. It doesn't mean blood in your veins has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it.
How'd you feel, Claudia? How'd you feel, Darla, when Christy was talking about your sister being on her knees with band groupies? I mean, because that was necessary, right? It was totally fucking necessary. That's totally something that Christy should have told everybody. You know, it's very relevant to who Dee Dee was as a mom, as a villain, as a victim. It's totally relevant.
Change my mind about her. Maybe change my mind about her. Let me just say, it means nothing. She sounds like a complete asshat. But that's all you have to talk about is.
And the wannabes.
Not even here anymore that you supposedly weren't threatened by. Sure shit looks like you were threatened by her to me, girl. You can't shut your mouth about her.
No, and the wannabe Petries.
You are flipping your lips about Dee Dee.
And the wannabe Petries, I don't got nothing for you either. You threaten people, you bully people, you make fun of Dee Dee yourselves, and you're friends with Christy Blanchard. So in my book, anyone who's supposedly trying to get justice for Dee Dee and is friends with Christy Blanchard is a fucking liar. That's it. You want to know what I think you lied about? That's what I think you lied about. I think you lied about your actions. I think you lied about your intentions. I think you lied about your friendship with Christy. I think you lied about Christy. I think you lied about Dee Dee. I think you lied about a lot of things. So you want to come up in a live and try and get me to tell you exactly what I think you lied about so you can argue with me. I'm not going to do that. I told you I'd have a private conversation with you. I don't even know why I need to, because that's my stance. You've lied about all kinds of things. You've done harm to people. You've threatened people, including myself, and I have nothing else to say. Until you all can act like proper human beings, it's up to the rest of us to carry Dee Dee's name. The end. Period.
Yeah. You lost your chance.
You had 10 years.
You lost your
Enough's
chance.
enough. Enough's enough. You didn't do it. We'll handle it from here.
It wasn't like this to be happening, like, say, to my brother. I'm telling you right now. And let me say, I was very pissed off at him when he passed away, because he passed away from liver disease, and I was very upset with him. He wouldn't stop, and basically he did this to himself. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's still not a very fun.
No. My best friend had the same type of relationship with her older brother, and he died from addiction and all of that, and he had done horrible things to her. But she literally sat there and organized his entire funeral for the family. She took care of him in the last moments. Like, this is what you do as a family. You may have problems. You may have things that you don't agree on, that you argue about, that you did in high school and childhood to each other that were horrible. But at the end of the day, that's your fucking family.
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. For a family who sits up here and pretends like they're holier than thou and saying, well, you didn't ask us about the billboard. You didn't. Why do we need to? Why? What would you have said? The only thing the only leg you had a right to stand on was the fact that you didn't like that your sister's face was being put up there with her schmurderer's faces, both of them. And I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But that's not what you came out about. That's not it. You just wanted it stopped completely. Why, as her sister, would you want justice for her stopped? Why? Why? One good reason. Can you tell me one good reason why?
That's what I'm saying. There's not, I mean, you want to come up with something.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Come up with it, you know, but you're not going to.
You're not going to because you don't have a reason.
There's no reason. There's no reason.
Your reasoning is it didn't line your pocketbooks.
You did nothing. That might be a reason because you look like a total dick because you did nothing for your sister. That could be a reason. I don't know. All I know is I did not like my brother at the time, but I did not take my love away from him. And when my mom said, Amy, you need to get here, I got here. Okay?
Yeah.
And I sat with him and I sat by him. Did I go over to him and give him a little piece of my mind? Yes, I did. But then I sat with him and loved him and I was there for his last breath. Period.
Hi,
And
Brittany.
there's no way I would let anybody disgrace him or defame him anywhere, anytime. I mean, it makes no sense to me.
Barry in bed, you're in here? Oh my goodness. I watch your content, girl. I love it. I think you do such a cute little job. Your little boo wig. I love it all.
Hey, Matt. Hey, guys.
Hey, Brittany, did you have a question or a comment?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So I was just thinking, obviously, I'm not like making any excuses for anybody or anything. I agree with y'all for the most part, but you were saying what is maybe a reason why the sisters, I mean, like the family just in general, might not, blah, blah. Do you think that the way that they see it, because they're such spiritual people, do you think that they're worried about like blood money?
No, they took the blood money, honey. If they were worried about blood money, they wouldn't have taken the blood money.
Yeah, they need to worry about the bad juju.
They need to worry about their own souls. No, baby, I know these people very well. Okay. I really do. I know everybody tries to say I don't, but I do. I know them very well. I've studied them for 8.5 years, every single one of them, their actions, their comments, their behaviors. I've had conversations with every single one of them. And no, I don't believe that has anything to do with it. And if it did, then they should be really worried about their own souls because they took that money too.
Yeah. I saw last night when you were talking to Dinah.
Yep.
And I really wish that didn't happen publicly.
Well,
right.
It should never have happened because there was nothing to talk about. There was no conversation.
Fancy's on a live, dude. They follow her and they always do it.
They were in there trying to tell her that the host was letting it happen and no. So they were trying to not only ruin my thing with them, and get Dinah upset while she's on some freaking vacation somewhere. But yet they're also trying to make the host look bad because the host is been friendly with Dinah and lets her on her panel and stuff. And Jessica has been friendly with Dinah and lets her on her, So it was all to make that look bad too. Like, because she continued to argue with the host that said, I'm telling you right now, nothing was said because I said no and Fancy said no. And that's why we said no, and we didn't bring your name up. Jessica brought your name up and we promptly shut it down because it wasn't the appropriate place. Just like half the conversations that happen on these panels are not an appropriate place for these types of conversations. I am a 50-year-old woman. I did not fucking fight and bullshit in high school. I certainly am not going to fight and bullshit on the internet now. If you have a problem with me, you can talk to me. And if I don't want to talk to you about it, that is my right. I don't have to talk to anybody about anything at any time ever if I don't want to. So you don't have the right to scream and yell and invite me to your platform so that you can try and somehow catch me in something or trip me up, get me off my game. That's some bullshit. And those of you that sit there and watch it and participate in it, you're just as bad. You're just as bad. These panels that are like this need to end.
It's the ones that go over and spew bullshit. I see it happen all the time.
Yep.
I've been in 2 different chats watching somebody go back
and forth. Yep.
saying bullshit.
To both sides.
Like, there are a lot of trolls in chat that like to do that, yes. And
Yep.
I think that's what somebody did to Dinah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're all messaging her. They know she's on they know she's on a freaking vacation in California with her family, but they thought it was much more important to let her know that I was on a live with Santoya and I was saying that she lies. Well, okay. And she's like, what have I lied about, Fancy? Well, I'm not going to sit here and debate that with you publicly because you're just going to say you did and I'm just going to say you did. It's my opinion that you've lied to me in these ways and I have every right to just decide that that's how I feel about it. I don't want to have conversations with you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to speak about you. I don't want anything to do with you. You threatened my life. You know you threatened my life, and we're done here. I mean, seriously, I don't have any reason to speak to the people that try and bash me or get me to come into freaking lives every day. I don't need to talk with you. I don't need to be on your panels because I don't give a shit about your opinion of me.
Don't really care enough about it.
I don't. Like I said to Kesh, baby, you weren't even on my radar. Somebody else messaged me to put you back on my radar. And guess what? I never even saw the fucking message until after I figured out what you were freaking talking about. And I went and looked to see, like, did somebody message me? Did something happen? And by God, they did. But I also have proof that I never saw the message and I didn't freaking open it. So I didn't come rage bait you. Did I need to have a conversation with you on a live about that? Absolutely not. No. I said my piece. I told you it didn't happen. You want to believe it did? I can't stop you. I don't care. Go ahead. Go talk about it on your platform all day long. Just don't ask me to come participate.
There's just no need. I just don't understand.
Yeah. No. The creator drama needs to end. It's taking away from the facts of the case. And it's exactly what the Blanchard family sets out to do.
It takes away from credibility.
It does. Brittany, was that all you had to, was that your only question, sweetheart? Or
Yes, ma'am.
okay, I'm going to drop you down.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yes.
All righty. Okay, so with that all said, guys, I really think that that's all we really, we need to talk about. Shall I leave you one last time with Gypsy's art that she sent out to a person?
Sure.
I think that's what I should play for the last part of this here, because I am just blown away by this freaking situation.
No fun.
Like, blown away. Yes. Blown away by the blow. I mean, it is just so crazy.
Talking about, I bought a.
Here we go, guys. One last time. I mean, it really is Blow J art. I mean, so here you go.
Painting from Gypsy Rose, and we're going to open it.
That's actually not
barbecue
bad.
sauce and peanut butter.
Stop.
She's being nice. We're going to hang it up in the living room.
Yeah, show it to them.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Where are we going to hang it?
Next to Mr. Bean.
Next to Mr. Beans. Well, there you have it. We now have artwork from Gypsy Rose here. And
Someone said hang that thing in
Have
the
the day
bathroom, you'll never be
deserved.
constipated again.
oh, we got it. And if you
So on that happy note, I'm sorry, I can't.
Some poo-poo with some gold flakes and a little bit of sunshine.
My cat could do better in her litter box.
That's true.
Oh man, she really. Oh my God, how cute is that?
What's that?
What was that? Oh, it's the Rosie's look. Oh my God, that's so stinking cute. I made that as my goal today because I hadn't seen it, but I love the beans. They're so stinking cute. Toilet bowl after Senna. Yes, I think you're right. That is definitely inspired by toilet bowl after Sienna. Yes. That's definitely a Sienna Brown that she's using there, which definitely represents,
Yeah.
Just
Yes. Oh my god.
like what in the world? The gold flakes are what get me. The gold flakes kill me. It looks like she just literally grabs a handful of expensive, and gold flaking is expensive. That shit is actually expensive. That's the only thing that she bought in this whole thing that has any value. Okay, it's the only thing, and it looks like she just grabs them up like she's grabbing up M&Ms out of a fucking candy dish, and just goes poof, like that. She doesn't even sprinkle them. She just there it is. There you go. Call it art. I don't get it.
Go ahead and go over to our website. Somebody's asked about Dee Dee's Law.
Yeah, we covered it. If you want to hear more about Dee Dee's Law, you can watch the replay on YouTube. I generally put up both of them, so that this one, once we end the broadcast, will be on there, and then I'll put this one up as well, so you guys can hear in case you can't hear all the questions and stuff on YouTube. So, alrighty, guys.
And it's on the website too, sweetie.
Grab the book, sign Dee Dee's Law. Let's get this. It's the Good Wives Net. Let's get this moving in the right direction. We can, as people, together, make change. Good Wives Net.
The Good Wives Network.
The Good Wives Net. Yeah. So, alrighty, guys. Have a good one from the Good Wives, serving up true crime. One dish at a time. Bye, guys. Mwah. Boop. And boop. Alrighty, guys. So thank you for joining in here. I truly appreciate it. You guys were wonderful. Good questions, good conversation. And like I said, go buy the book, sign Dee Dee's Law. Bye, guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.